I'm trying to read more books, you're trying to read more books, we're all trying to read more books, but we can't seem to do it. I know especially after beginning to work, at least for myself, it's been so much harder to motivate myself to read and actually put that time aside to read new books and explore new stories. And I found that when we're looking for new techniques to help us read more, the most effective tactic can oftentimes just boil down to throwing a bunch of stuff against the wall and seeing what sticks. Because what might motivate me might not motivate you, and vice versa. But what we can do is try out different strategies, see what works, and then re-strategize. And in this video, I'm gonna give you 3 different techniques to help you read more and get through way more books than you were before. And now the first strategy is to gather together some friends and start a book club. What are you doing over there, Jake?
I'm reading and drinking.
Oh, what a coincidence. And I know you're probably saying, but Ethan, book clubs are only for moms. Wrong. You get a group of dudes together to read some Russian literature and wait till they start chirping in your ear about how long it's taking for you to finish, and I'll show you motivation. But in the same way that we bring a gym partner to the gym for more accountability, book clubs can do the exact same thing. Because you all have the same goal, you're all trying to get through more books, and you're all there to motivate each other to actually get through them. And if you're still telling me the book clubs are lame, I'm gonna either assume that you're illiterate or that nobody wants to join your book club. So stop complaining and lock in. Now my second piece of advice to get through more books is quite simply that you have to read books that you actually enjoy as opposed to reading books that you think you should be reading. A lot of people go through these heavy classical literature books that they're not even interested in because they think that it's important that they read the classics, or people will respect them more if they're more well-read and they've read more of these dense Russian literature or whatever other books they're just not interested in. And this makes it so much harder to actually get through books. When you don't enjoy what you're reading and you feel like you're forcing yourself to get through these books, every ounce of motivation is going to be drained from your body, and it's going to be such a slog to even get through one book. And that's why you have to understand that literally nobody in the world cares what you're reading. It seems like a lot of people go about their lives assuming that everyone else is waking up in the morning and thinking, oh my God, I have to check Ethan's Goodread. I wonder what he's reading today. Nobody cares. And that's why it's on you to actually read books that you'll enjoy. And don't let anyone tell you the books you're interested in are not worthwhile. If you like books about underwater welding, screw it. Read some books about underwater welding because that's what interests you and that's what you should be reading. If you're looking for some hack to get through a bunch of books that you don't even enjoy and somehow gaslight yourself into enjoying them, I got nothing for you because even I have no clue how to do that. If I start reading a book and I don't like it, I am bored out of my mind and I want to go to bed just like anybody else. So read the books you enjoy and not what other people are telling you should read. And now finally, to get through more books, one major thing that you have to start doing is allow yourself to sometimes be bored. And what I'm trying to say here is that most of us allow for literally zero downtime in our day-to-day lives. We're always overstimulated by something. We always have to be focused on some video. Our eyes are always on a screen. So when we're constantly exciting our brain like that, obviously there's gonna be resistance to reading. Because intrinsically, reading is a little bit more boring than something overstimulating like scrolling reels on your phone. As great as reading is, and as useful as it is for your day-to-day life, authors cannot engineer the same addictive behaviors as the developers of all your favorite apps. So no matter how much you love reading, in comparison, when you scroll on Instagram Reels for a little bit, your brain is gonna feel a bit bored in comparison. And that's why you just have to allow for more downtime and more time in your day where you just allow yourself to be bored. Because if you're never allowing yourself to be bored, if you're always stimulated by something, then you will quite literally never feel motivated to read. And now what do we even do for this? What this could look like is, say, setting boundaries for your iPhone use. So if you're scrolling on your iPhone for 10 hours a day, you could maybe tell yourself, you know what, for these 2 hours of the day, I'm gonna get off my phone and maybe I'm gonna take some time to read, or really anything else. But as long as you're blocking out some time in your day that could be potentially used for reading, but more generally just isn't being used to overstimulate yourself with content, it's gonna be a whole lot easier to fit in activities like reading that actually do use your brain power and don't rely on you just endlessly consuming content. So to summarize the 3 points I've made, if you wanna read more books, there's 3 things you can do. The first thing, start a book club with your friends. You can hold each other accountable and it's a whole lot more fun than reading solo. Second, read books you actually enjoy. Literally nobody in the world cares what you're reading but you. So you should read books that you feel like you're actually getting things out of, that you're actually enjoying and learning from, as opposed to just reading, the classics, whatever everyone else is telling you should read, because that's such a waste of your time. And third, allow yourself to be bored sometimes. If you're constantly overstimulating yourself, you're never actually gonna give yourself the time to read, and you're never actually gonna feel motivated to read because your brain's so used to all this constant content flying at you from all angles. Now, I hope you can find these tips useful. If you like videos like this on studying and productivity for college students, I really recommend you subscribe. There's gonna be a whole lot more videos like this soon, but until then, I'll see you guys.